And there we are. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David and Bassman? Her ladyship and Basswoman. Now, give me a brief moment. Now, I didn't end up doing anything else other than what we did on the stream yesterday. I was doing all sorts of things. I was. Um, but yes, I have plans for today. Yes. Um, Now, you just give it a moment. Yeah, what I'm going to be doing today, there's a few things I have discovered. There's a few things I do want to tidy up. So ultimately, this we will now do. Bassman will be a little late. Right you are, David. Thank you for letting me know, mate. We will get on with business then, shall we? And business does not get done, good people, as any new viewers are about to learn, and as David can happily inform them, without this substance. Fuck yeah. The phone charging caper, yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. I while I've got a really good routine of charging my phone, because that's my camera for this, I have had the experience of getting the stream done, no worries, but forgetting to um, recharge it for the evening's German class. So yeah, now there's a few things I wish to do before we get. Now, here we go. I've discovered this is the back of the engine. So we need to paint this. Now I have options, many options. Um, so I want to do that and then varnish it, mask it up. There's a few little bits I want to do on here. So we'll do that. There's some chrome I wish to do. We'll do that. Yes, we will. And there's a few engine parts. You'll see as we go along. Now I've got a bit of tape here because the bin I had been using was getting rather stinky, and I haven't actually replaced it with another bin yet. What I might do. Is there a conveniently on hand? No, there is. Yes, there is. Give me a moment. Conveniently, I've not put. There's some shopping I did yesterday that I'm going to need today that I haven't put away. And the reason that's convenient, bag. Let's get some of this shit off my desk, or some of, when I say shit, this sort of tapey nonsense. This tapey, knees bent, advancing behaviour that I do not need around. It's just getting under my fingers and starting to piss me off. Well, there we go. That's better. You may not see the difference. Trust me, guys. I do. Now. So, um, now, this is done at the moment, so we'll pop that in the box. We will. We'll get this flat black. Now, there's some flat black bits I want to do. And then we'll get on to, well, other colours, I guess, is the best way I can put it. Now I missed a little spot here. It does stick out a little bit from an angle. So there we go. Now I also need to do just there. All right. And I'm going to come in right on the angle here. There we go. And there we go. Now all I've done there is that now I also need to get some bronze out to do a little touch on it. And let me get my goggles for a moment. Now, come here, you. Ah, there we go. Now, can I? Because there is a bit of a line I wish to keep. There we are. There we go. That's the line. So, yeah, that'll be nice. Give you a zoom in once I finish the line I'm trying to take. Ah, yes. I know. I can take that out a bit further. I think I'm just being a bit wary, which is probably not such a silly thing. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, better. Now, going in close there. I'll leave that, I reckon. Although, now, that's how I wanted it. Oops. That's better. Right. Now there is a bit of a bronze spot I need to do some touches with, but what all I did there, hang on, let me just put my hand behind to help with focusing. Right, all that was about was just making sure that line there was nice and even. Now there's a couple of spots there where I need to maybe thicken up the bronze a bit to really highlight that. But thus far, there's a little spot there as well. I need to do some rubber on these pedals. Yeah, but thus far, there's our dash. Yeah, and breathe, correct. Yeah, it gets that way. Now, other things I can do with the rubber black, this side of the windscreen wipers. There's a plan. And while I'm at it, we will go. Give me a moment. Bing. This is. We've got flat black. Okay, this is standard black. That's possibly what I'm after. Here we go. Rubber black. In the meantime, I know where I want to put that. Rubber black. Oh, here we go. Hang on a moment. Yeah, that's not. Right. Now, rubber black, I definitely know where I want that. And that's here. We'll go on the sides. Ooh, that's a bit mucky. There's a bit of tidying up needed to be done here in a couple of colours. We'll come to that in due course. Now, yes. The wiper blades need to be rubber. Yeah, good. Here we are. Almost done. At least with the rubber. Then I'm going to do some of the tidying up on the flat black. And then actually, while I put the rubber out, that's the bishop's saying to someone, I don't know if you'd need a rubber with the choir boy, and that might be actress turf. Who would have thought? Now, we'll pop that up that way for the time being. Now, so what we've done, or not what we've done, what we have done there, dear me, such poor grammar. My mother would be turning in her grave, she would. Well, actually, there's a little detail there I can improve on before I zoom in. Give me a moment. Might get my goggles on for this. Now, there we are. Just there. It's not perfect, but it's better. Leave it there. Now you. There we go. And down there. I will, and once I've done that, I may as well go the whole box and dice. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. Aha! Now we're getting places with these. And we will go... Actually, we'll stick with this. Actually, no, we won't. Now we're going to go flat black. Once I've got this done, I will give you a zoom in. Let's see what I've done. What I gone done? There we go. And there we go. Whew. Almost done. Pretty happy with how it's coming up. One more side, and then I'll start breathing normally. Dearie me. Right, so after all of that, let's see which is the best way to hold it. Probably maybe that way. We'll see. Right, so there's there we go. That's a better angle. There's the one side, the other side. There's the windscreen wipers. Now, I should probably try and keep them upright to some extent. Aha! I've just noticed something else I wish to paint, but not right now. I'll be doing some other stuff first. Now, what else was it that I wanted to do? Okay, we're doing chrome. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Now, because I need to put some chrome on this and into the lights there. Boom. Now there was and on these parts of the headrests, and where else? Nope, that was it, I think. Yeah, that was it. Then we'll do something. Oh, hello, Bassman. How you doing?
Hello.
How you doing?
My phone was dead. It was at 16%.
Yeah, yeah. As I was saying to Dave, David, I've had that experience of um, getting through the stream, no worries, all good, and then not having the charge for my German class because that's online.
I'm
And
at 48% now, so I think I'll
it's
be all right.
it's real easy to do, you know.
Yeah. Thank you, David, for letting them know.
Now, I didn't get anything done yesterday after I got off stream,
Oh no.
but no, I got bogged down doing a whole stack of other shit. But that's okay. That's all good in the hood.
A whole stack of other shit.
Whole stack of other shit. I did get a good start on populating my list that I require.
Okay.
Um, as far as I found out that within about 8 organizations, I are about 50 different retirement villages.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So, yeah. Now, the trick is clearly going to be finding the decision makers in those 7 organizations.
This is true.
And once you find them, making sure you know, well, various things, but that's half the battle won if I achieve that objective.
Yep. So they're not all like tied in together with like one administrator. They're all
It
separate.
would, it would be. That's the whole thing. And there's both good bits and bad bits to that from person in my position. Good bits, in for a penny, in for a pound. You've got a whole stack there.
Right.
On the other side of the equation is, yeah, it's a bit of a one shot sort of a maneuver, which is never my preferred option
Right.
because I like having multiple, what a friend of mine referred to as multiple redundancies. I know it's a bit wanky, but ultimately, what he was trying to communicate in his own way was the situation whereby if one thing fails, something else will take its place.
Oh, absolutely. That's how life. So curveball does.
Yeah, yeah, but that was his term was multiple redundancies. Now, as to whether that was something he developed, that sort of terminology was something he developed because he worked in the local police department,
Oh,
not as a sworn officer, but
okay.
in admin, but not in admin. But of course, he would have picked up quite a lot of the parlance. Now, as to whether that's a term he picked up or whether it's his own little piece of
Terminology.
linguistic,
Yeah.
who knows? But multiple redundancies is the term we're looking for.
You got that note? Yep. There you go.
Here we go. Now, I'm just doing the chrome on the sort of like support beams there, because obviously they're not going to be black.
Okay.
Also creates a bit of separation. So yeah.
Okay. Well. So, what else did you get done yesterday?
I got. I had a really nice session of Tai Chi.
Oh,
I was
okay.
very happy with. I was very happy with what I did. Felt really good in the back afterwards. I had a good session of base.
Uh-oh. Your headset broke up.
Oh, how's it going now?
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, I had a good session on the bass. Um, there's a thing I'm working on at the moment. Arpeggio inversions.
Pinchio
Uh,
inversion.
Arpeggio inversions.
Pinchio inversion.
And what
And
they
like,
basically, okay. Basically what an arpeggio is the notes of a chord played in a sequence. So where a chord is a group of notes put together, and so like you hear guitarists strumming chords.
okay.
An arpeggio is the notes that make that chord, if you see what I'm saying.
Got you.
Now, the good thing about knowing the arpeggios and is that you can then as a bass player you can go up the fretboard really quickly and very efficiently if you know your arpeggios. And the
Now, is that
arpeggio,
are those the things between, like on the neck of it?
yeah,
That
that
you
those
press?
little like bars,
Yeah.
they're called frets,
Yeah. Yeah.
and hence the whole neck is the fretboard,
Okay.
and that's all your different notes, obviously. And the ability to go from the bottom or an open thing where basically you've only got your bottom notes and move quickly up the fretboard to the upper reaches is very, very useful.
Hmm.
And I was pretty happy to get some of that under a better grasp of that yesterday. And it was kind of cool because I saw how the inversions broke down from the one I'd been learning was in okay, just in some parts of what I'm about to hit you with. Even if it does make sense, that's okay. Just go, I see.
All
It'll be
right.
easier. It'll be easier.
We can do that.
And what it is I was doing what's called arpeggio inversions in C, but with a dominant seventh. Just, it's okay. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was doing. Okay.
I'm gonna go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be easier, as I said. Yeah. The point is,
I think there's more of us that just went mm-hmm as well.
yeah, that's fine. The point being, what I learned yesterday when I was practicing was where before I was doing more the shape, I finally identified how those notes are relating to each other, why I need to go certain ways, how that operates, and in a practical context.
Ah.
Yeah. So, regardless of knowing what the fuck I'm talking about, in any area of whatever you're doing, you can see how that's going to make you go, oh, yeah.
That's it.
So, yeah.
It takes a considerable amount of concentration, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And it's one of those things of when you, because I'm starting to get onto quite complex stuff.
Now,
It's
are you playing by memory of a song, or are you
this is
reading music?
this is technical stuff, and I'm doing it mostly by memory.
Okay.
Because you need to be able to go, oh, I'll just trot this out without looking even at what you're having to play. I'm sure you sort of can understand how that operates.
Right.
I can read music. I can read it really well.
Okay.
And I'm good enough at it that to a fair point, I can do what's called sight reading, which is to say the music is put in front of you for the first time and you can play it. Now, that's depending on how complex the piece is,
Right.
and stuff like that. It's pretty easy, I find, because I've done a lot of that sort of caper. On the trombone more than on the bass, but it taught me that ability. Anyway, so I got a lot of that done. I was going, yeah, I got my bass lesson today, so I'm well happy with that.
So when you were going to school in your middle grades, were you required to take like music?
No,
We were.
the only reason I actually learnt a musical instrument initially, actually, it's kind of funny because I do come from a musical family. My mother played violin and piano. My grandfather was a semi-professional pianist, and we grew up with a piano. And we grew up with a piano in the house. So anyway, but somehow it almost seemed to have missed our generation to some extent. We all had some capacity, but had never really pursued it. And then at the age of 15, I reckon I was. Made my there were opportunities to learn music at school, and a mate of mine who was in the band, he played saxophone, said, "Learn trombone. We're losing our trombonist at the end of the year. You'll be in the band guaranteed. Between that and your weekly lessons, you'll be missing 2 classes a week." To which I've gone, yeah, all right. Sounds good to me. So then I took up the trombone. So it wasn't a requirement. And in the eyes of the school at which I went, where I was generally regarded as something of a troublemaker,
Robster.
I was the kid who whose parents warned their kids about. And that's what I was after, these. And in the eyes of the school,
Bass woman shaking her head at you.
I was little short of an apostate of hell, but I had 2 redeeming features. One, I was a very good trombone player, and that was very important for the band. And 2, at that stage, I was a very good soccer player, and I was playing in a side that was winning that season, won 10 out of 11 games. So they were my saving points, you see.
Okay.
But yeah.
So why was your choice of instrument a trombone back then?
Because my preferred option would have been a guitar, to be honest.
All right.
I'm just realizing I have to do this bronze all over again. I may as well just get perfect with it. I wanted to learn guitar, but you could only learn guitar if you could supply your own instrument. And my mum didn't have the cash to buy one. Neither did I. But the fallback position, as illustrated by my mate, was that the trombonist was leaving at the end of the year, as when the one that was currently holding trombone in the band, and that if I were to learn the trombone, I'd be in the band next year and missing 2 classes a week, not just one. That's I picked up the trombone.
Okay.
Now, that had quite a big effect, or flow on in the longer term, because in time I came to think, well, I should be picking up a second instrument. And the reason I picked up the bass guitar was because I'd been taught the trombone in bass clef. So I figured, well, keep it within the clef for ease of reading. So I taught myself the bass, and then I heard Jimi Hendrix and decided I needed 2 more strings. 4 simply wasn't going to be enough. And did guitar for 5 years. And then my guitar got nicked, and some friends came up to me and said, how'd you like to be our bass player? And I said, I don't have a bass. I said, here, have one. To which my take was, yeah, all right then. And then I played bass for, that would be 9 years.
Oh, wow.
Until I just got too busy working on business and da-da-da-da-da. I slowly but surely sold my stuff. And when my mum died, I had a bit of spare cash. I thought, I'm going to get myself a bass, and I'm just going to do scales and stuff. Because I do get a lot of enjoyment just out of doing scales. They're like the form, the equivalent. They're the musical equivalent of martial arts forms. Done properly.
Yeah, you're right about that. You are.
And
Skill and technique.
Yeah, I just love them. I do.
Yep.
And then a mate invited me onto a project, which has since fizzled out. But I started taking lessons by then, and invested quite heavily in a Rickenbacker. Rickenbacker bass.
Okay.
Which are, in very simple terms, the dog's bollocks. Some of the biggest names in rock have used Rickenbacker. Like Geddy Lee from Rush. Our good friend Lemmy was a Rickenbacker man. Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. Chris Squire from Yes. I believe, now who else was it? I know that Paul McCartney sometimes used a Rickenbacker, though he's better known for the Hofner. Now, don't think John Paul Jones. That's right. Is it Ian? I know the surname's Glover. I can't remember his first name, but bass player for Deep Purple. Yeah, you get the idea.
Yep.
And the thing that's really cool about him is they've got if you want grunt, you need go no further than Rickenbacker. That's one of their big things.
Okay.
They've got grunt in abundance, and they will grab you by the scruff of the neck and bitch slap you back to the Stone Age with their sound.
Wow.
But they, unsurprisingly, come at a suitable price.
Right.
Like it cost me $4.5 grand for the base.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's a
and
good used car.
500. Yeah, and $500 importation duties. And whilst you are quite right to go, damn, there's only one thing I can say: there is no substitute. That's
Well,
how
all
good
right.
it is. It's fucking sexy as all hell. It's dead sexy. That one had to be chirped out, didn't it? Dead sexy, that one. And it is though. That's the whole thing right there, man. Now what I did there, and I'm gonna have to redo the bronze, but that's okay. Is just chromed up the lights so that when we put them in, we've got a
Oh yeah, give a nice back into it. Yep.
yeah. But I'm gonna have to redo the bronze, but that's okay. It's a minor inconvenience. In truth. Now, these are the bumper bars. We'll do. Was that all I wanted to do in chrome?
Well, well, if it's something you really enjoy doing, spending money on something that brings you joy.
It's a thing, man. And look, I got to say, dead set serious.
I used to spend a lot of money on, my fishing
Yeah,
tackle and
man.
rods. And, yeah.
My Chris, as in my fishing mate Chris,
Yes.
he spends a lot more on fishing gear than I do. Now that's because he's a bit more invested in the fishing thing than I am. I enjoy it.
Yep.
But it's not
Music's your thing. Fishing's his thing.
Yeah. I enjoy my fishing, but not to the extent that he does.
Yep.
And that's fine. Although one of the things it does do, which is also kind of cool, is it does actually make me more willing to go out, because I know that he'd be really disappointed if we didn't.
Yeah.
You can't do that to the man.
Well, I loved it so good. I would go before work on my days off. I've even been on a boat fishing when it was sleeting, ice
Ah,
falling in the boat, and catching bass.
he's willing to be put off by the weather. In terms of, although to some extent, I believe, because he had a heart attack a while ago, poor bugger.
Oh.
And I believe it's unwise for him to be in a situation that might require certain chill or something. There's a thing
Right.
he has going on with that. So he has to be very sensibly aware of that.
Okay.
He tries not to let it limit him. Although I dare say one of the factors that probably does limit him in a purely, well, limiting is the wrong word, but keeps him honest, perhaps is a better way of wording it, is he's married with a kid.
Okay.
So whilst were he single, perhaps he'd be going, be damned. He's got other people to factor into this.
Yeah.
And that's pretty sensible and pretty realistic, Let's get some
Yeah.
balance in it all. I might say more power to the man. But beyond that, I'm quite quietly convinced if it were not for that, yeah, he'd be doing that. Although he's a bit wary about electrical storms.
Mm.
And I've got to say, well, yeah, that's kind of understandable.
Hell, Even I wouldn't. I'd be out there in bad weather, but electrical storms, yeah, I didn't go out there and mess around that shit neither.
One of my great grandfathers was hit twice by lightning. Survived.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, when I say hit twice, I am unsure as to whether that was two completely separate incidents or bang, bang, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I
That's,
guess
that's
that's saying, lightning,
that,
lightning doesn't
well,
come.
here's
Like
the
it does,
bad
don't it?
news, son. Here's the bad news. Now, the thing I'm kind of curious about is that I've actually got two forms of epilepsy, which is an electrical disorder within the brain.
Okay.
Did he get those lightning strikes before he conceived whichever of my grandparents is the one I'm descended from, or after? If you see what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, damn. Where was he struck at?
I don't know that part.
Okay.
I know he was stuck twice. Um, and survived. Now, as to which of my, it would have been on my mother's side, because I don't know much about my father's side of the family. Um, but yeah, don't know what goes on there. But yes, he got hit twice and survived. Ultimately, is the drill. So yes,
Damn. Well, my mother told us never stand in front of a window when it's thundering and lightning, because she almost got struck through the kitchen window when she was younger.
really,
Yep.
that's
We were actually telling our son about that the other day. That yep,
you wouldn't have thought, would you?
I know, right?
Um, all right, there's a bumper bar. Hang on, let me just have a. Oop, there's a couple of little spots I'll tidy up there. Yeah, it's quite a remarkable thing, lightning. It's yeah, I'm a fan.
Uh, oh,
But I also see why my mate does. Part of the reason he doesn't like the idea of fishing out in it, aside from the obvious, is because he watches this British guy on who does TV programs, Jeremy Wade,
okay.
and even Jeremy Wade doesn't fish out in the electrical storms because they once nearly got hit on camera by an electrical bolt.
Oh shit.
So yeah, my mate's a bit. We're not doing this when the electrical stuff arrives. All right, here is one of the bumper bars.
Nice. Man, that's some fine detail work right there.
They that's some stuff that they actually do on the Volvo. They've got like a little metal band around it, and I think it
Yep.
makes their bumper bars look really nice. Um, as to necessity or not, who cares? It looks good. Who
That's it.
cares?
That's it.
Now, what I'd like to do today is ultimately, if I can get all of the engine done, which I very nearly do, and set things up for the cabin to be done, I'm well on the way to getting, well, to the assembly stage.
Oh wow,
And there will be much rejoicing.
you're moving right along then.
I am.
Yeah, back in the day, I always try to get out there because pay attention to the weather when you're an avid fisherman. And so
Yeah.
the
Totally
fish,
get that.
bass fish was always better after a rainstorm, right before and after a rainstorm,
Yep.
because barometric pressure and all that changes, and
Yep.
so
Even in the course of and you'd notice this yourself, if you're standing on the bank and you suddenly feel that drop of pressure,
yes, sir.
and here they come,
Yep,
every time.
this is true.
Well, not every time, pretty bloody close.
Yeah. Now there's a time of the year every year that the water actually turns over. I think it's around June, July.
Yeah, right.
And if you can catch that time between June and July
Yeah,
that the water turns over, you can wear out some fish.
I bet.
Yes, sir. We caught like 56 crappie one day, and mostly on bare hook.
Wow.
Yeah, we were out there just fishing that day and happened to catch it.
That's unreal.
It was unreal. It was crazy. Crappie of all fish. Crappie are.
I've seen footage of this guy in Africa, like one of the, I guess the correct term is First Nations people of wherever they happened to be. But he was on a canoe, with this really makeshift sort of a rod, and pretty much a bare hook, as you say, and God knows what his line was made out of. But he clearly knew as if they wouldn't know how the game's played, and he's just flicking it near this branch until inevitably, boom. And the thing that certainly both my mate and I took from it was this guy doesn't have, however many $1,000 worth of top-notch fishing equipment, and he's got this weird-looking branch with some sort of native rope as the line, and God alone knows what the hook's made of.
All
And when he
right.
drags it in, it is fucking huge. And all you can
Wow.
go is, there's something to be learnt right there.
Yes, sir.
I think people get a bit too hung up on a whole stack of things when it comes to equipment, and maybe need to pay more attention to how to use the environment, how to know the fish.
Yep. Yeah.
Now,
Most time there's a tree stump or a weed
yeah,
sticking up in the water. There's
thank
bass
you.
spreading around it.
Oh yeah, there's enough. The Abrium work the same way, and the first thing we look for whenever we go to a spot generally is, of course, structure.
Yes, sir.
And if you see that, we're generally going there. But there's that. But the place we went to, or we want to explore further, and my mate caught an absolute stonker there. We've only been there once, and it looks like a beach.
Hmm.
No structure at all. But where the trick is
there underwater structure?
there's a drop.
There you go.
Yeah. So if you nail the drop with your bait, yeah, you can join the dots as to how this rolls out.
Yep.
But one thing we also noticed is they hit the bait differently there than anywhere else we've encountered. Because our general experience, and you'd probably have the same, is if a fish sees you, don't even bother. Or if you see a fish, don't even bother putting a bait in front of it because it can see you, and it's not
Absolutely.
going to go. And it's not going to go for it.
Nope.
Anyway, we'd seen these little fish playing with a mate's bait, and this quite big one came along, and we could see it. So now the small ones are young, dumb, and full of,
Yep.
and so that made sense as to why they were smashing his bait. But this big one's just come along, casually nudged him out the way as the way a bigger fish, more territorial animal of any sort does, and taken the bait almost leisurely. Saunters off. We're going, are you for fucking real?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, apparently so. And so we're pretty keen to go back there because okay, there's the drop. We've got that sorted. But the fish seem to be almost more easily caught.
Huh.
More willing to, because when we pulled into the car park, because there's a car park with it as well, you can't tell me that's not convenient.
Well, if their food supply is, kindly scarce, then whatever comes into the water, they're going to go after it.
Well, there's a thing in the car park there as you go down to the beach, and it actually stipulates that it's a catch and release area.
Huh.
So, yeah, we're wondering whether it is such a thing that the fish are just that easily caught. The council are going, well, we're going to soon wind up with no bloody fish.
Wow.
And if that's the case, well, we don't care because we put them back anyway.
Right.
So, well, we're kind of keen to get back to there, but my mate's on a cruise for the next 11 days. Well, no, he doesn't leave till Sunday, but
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I have done. It's happened to me before. Be crappie fishing, catch a small crappie and reeling it in. And by the time you get ready to pull it out of the water, a bass comes up and tries to get
nails
it.
it.
Yep.
I haven't had anything like that with
One time that happened.
I haven't had anything like that. I have seen footage of people bringing in tuna and getting it right close to the boat, and at that point, a shark coming up.
Yeah, I've seen videos of them too.
And it's just like, well, that'll totally fuck your shit up.
Yeah, and these ain't no damn small shark either.
No, and they are fast.
Yeah, they are.
I know that the great white can go at something like 40 miles an hour when it's doing its surge to hit its prey.
Wow.
But the mako shark, I don't know if it still is because, of course, laws have changed. This is a very old piece of information. You may not be able to fish for them anymore. But there was a time when the mako shark was the only shark on the international game fishing.
Huh.
I think great white as well because of its sheer size, but the only other one was the mako.
Right.
and that's because of its sheer ability, the sheer speed at which it would accelerate to.
Right.
Because it also nails what are termed pelagic fish, i.e., tuna and stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah. Fun fact: I did some research on the fastest animal when I was doing volunteering. I did quite a lot of research on some of the animals. So I wanted to find out exactly where in the hierarchy of things, as far as in all across all being birds, fish, land animals, where the
Right.
cheetah actually stood in the hierarchy of everything. And it was actually quite interesting because, yes, the cheetah's the fastest land animal.
70 mile an hour they can run.
Yeah, they can. They're incredibly fast. And the only three animals that are faster than it are birds. Unsurprisingly, the peregrine falcon. Here's the other bumper bar. Again, it's got a couple of touch-ups required, but you know.
Oh yeah.
The golden eagle is actually faster when it goes into its death drop.
Yeah, they can spot
And
prey from like a mile, 1 to 3
they can
miles
do
away.
they can do ridiculous things. And
Amazing animals.
there's also, now what was it? It was another type of bird, but I can't recall what it was. In any event, that was also faster than the cheetah. Now here comes the interesting part. The next two animals that are in the speed hierarchy, the sailfish and the black marlin are after the cheetah. The next two after that.
I can believe that.
So yeah, and then you
I
start
think that.
getting to species of antelope are the next fastest animals. And then you start getting down to horses eventually,
Right.
and the lion performs creditably, as you'd expect, but not in the same ballpark as your cheetah, which boogies. They got some very funky bits about them evolutionarily. Their bones are actually hollow in the same way that birds are.
Cheetah's bones are hollow.
Birds frequently are, yeah.
Yeah, birds are. I know that. Yeah. But
Yeah,
cheetah.
cheetahs are, yeah.
Are they really?
Just like a bird's.
I did not know that.
They are designed not designed, but they are pinnacle evolution for sprint. It doesn't get better. It really doesn't. Not only do they have the hollow bone thing going on. Oh, hey, Jeff, how are you doing? They have their tail, in relative proportion to their body, is also longer, so as they can maintain balance and change direction quickly.
Yeah, their body's more sleek and they're more closer to the ground, and they got that long
Yeah,
thick tail.
and the reason their claws don't retract is, think of a runner's spikes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Got to have traction.
And they boogie. Now, the downside of being a cheetah
Now,
is
they can only
that
do that in short bursts, right?
they can, but generally they'll get their prey about 50% of the time, so they don't do too badly on that front. But where it all goes a bit rumpty for them is they are not built for combat. So when they've got their prey, they've made the kill, they better be getting into their bellies fast,
Get in my
because
belly.
That's the one. Get into my belly.
Boss
Oh, I'm
done.
dead sexy. Um, but yeah, they mung it down as quickly as they can because any hyena, lion, whatever comes along to hassle them, they can't fight for it. They just got to run. They get injured, it's a death sentence. Yeah, and this is
Huh,
part of the reason. This is part of the reason why lions, they get the big rep as being king of the jungle and all that sort of shit.
right.
Um, they're cunts of the jungle, I tell you. Um, they are the schoolyard bullies of the savannah because what they'll do is if
The
they see a
schoolyard.
cheetah with,
Yeah.
oh, they are totally.
Wow.
If they see a cheetah with a fresh kill, well, if they're hungry, that ain't the cheetah's kill no more.
Yeah.
Which is the animal kingdom equivalent of give me your lunch money.
Pretty much. It's true.
Um, they'll do it. They'll do it to anybody they can, and that's also why you'll see leopards take their prey up into trees if they can.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. They can carry that dead weight up them trees like that. I
They're
watched me.
immensely powerful animals. If you want to see something really cool, you'd probably find this on YouTube. I saw this on a clip recently. It blew my mind because I knew how that leopards were incredibly agile, but I saw footage of one chasing a monkey through the trees,
Oh my God.
and just the way it was moving was just like wow. I would never have thought that it was an option for them, but yeah, it's an option, all right.
I know, right? Wow.
And yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of all the big cats. Actually, it's hard not to be.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of all animals. Period, because they've all got their funky little bit going for them.
Yep.
But I can't help but view the leopard, and in turn the obviously the panther, and you'd have to say by extension probably the jaguar as well, because they're a pretty
Oh yeah.
full on that.
Yeah.
They're intense.
Yeah, Jaguar's pretty badass.
Oh yeah,
They're
but
quick as
both
well.
they can both stake a pretty solid claim for the perfect assassin.
Yep.
I know that leopards will go by a riverbank, sit on maybe a branch or whatever, and dab the top of the water with its tail. And when a curious fish comes to see what's going on with that,
You had a bad day.
yeah, it becomes the leopard's dinner.
Supper time.
Yeah, and you got to say,
Ring,
fucking
ring.
cunning cunties. Well, that's fantastic work, you know. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the tiger, partly because I do tiger and crane. Um, but it's hard not to view them as the perfect martial artist.
Yep.
There is nothing they can't do on that front.
This is true.
And they are the only animal that will consider having a crack at an elephant calf. If they can get it away from the mother, they'll have a go. And sometimes they'll succeed. Now, they'll only do it if they're desperate.
Yeah, they got to be desperate and stupid. Elephants don't play.
Well, yeah, it's if they're desperate enough that they'll do all sorts, you know.
All right.
But yeah, again, as you say, you'd have to be pretty desperate to be given a crack at a baby elephant, because mama elephant gets older, you well fucked.
I was watching.
Now who's? I was gonna say, now who's king of the jungle, huh?
I've seen something. I don't know if it was on TV or it was a YouTube thing I saw just the other day, where this lioness was going after a giraffe.
Oh yeah,
Man, that giraffe kicked the shit out of that.
yeah. They've got some pretty solid defense mechanisms going
Yes,
on.
too, man.
They will, and
I
they'll
think
beat
I
you on
think
that.
I think he killed one of them. I think there was like two of them at him, and
Yeah.
they kicked one of them and killed him.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you got to look at. I think giraffes weighing at close to a ton.
Yeah, yeah.
So if they go full trample on you, oh dear, you're in for a bad day. Another really harsh outcome that can happen on the savannah is all I did there was just there was a bit of naked plastic showing. I didn't like that, so I tidied that up. Is if a predator gets a jaw broken, because there ain't no dentist on the savannah.
Oh yeah.
So they're facing a pretty unpleasant death.
Yeah, that's starvation. That's a hard way to go, man.
Pretty horrible.
Yep.
Now, decisions to make here as to what color to do the engine bay. Yeah, you got to say, life's a whole lot easier for us since we sort of moved out of the natural environment.
Yeah, yeah. Since we evolved, right?
Yeah, although I tell you one thing, whenever I go swimming, when I'm in the pool and I'm just enjoying the water, a part of me can't help but wonder what the fuck our ancestors were thinking coming out of the stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
fragile creatures we are.
Well, yeah,
Fragile creatures we are.
but
Can't go so deep. Can't hold your breath
yeah,
so long.
no,
Can't go
no,
so
you
high.
don't.
Yep. I think it takes what, 8 pounds to crush a human skull?
It doesn't take much.
Yeah, I think it's like 8 pounds.
It's something pretty trivial, ultimately. Now I need to do some filing here to get our engine bay ready for the engine. Yeah, it's one thing I do know. It's remarkable how fragile the human body is.
Mm-hmm.
And this I know. It's also going to take remarkably big impacts, but the mere fact that there are some points where 2 fingers will take care of business for you.
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty resilient in some ways, and a lot of ways we're really weak. But right about that.
Depending on where the impact hits, you can take in quite a big amount. And of course, that's where some of those judo rolls come into their own.
Judo is pretty badass.
It's very good for learning how to land and stuff, and for throws. I did a bit of judo at one stage, because at that stage, the All Blacks were widely regarded as having the best front row in the world. And I heard that they all had black belts in judo. And that was all the reason I needed. And
yeah,
so I started doing some. And it's where the similarity is all about body height.
Oh yeah, you remember momentum for one.
Well, if you can get underneath your opponent in either judo or playing in the front row in the scrums, you can control them. That's the aim of the game.
Yep.
And yeah, I found it really handy. It wasn't the style I actually ended up taking up to a full level, but it does have some very cool bits to it. It does require a fair bit of finesse. I think I've told you the story, though. It's kind of funny. Where when I was a kid, I'd during school holidays, I'd gone to
Good
a
Lord.
YMCA. Pardon?
I said, good Lord.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, I went to the YMCA. I don't know if they do.
You then.
Yeah, the YMCA were doing a thing for just various school holiday activities for kids, basically.
Okay.
And one of them was judo. And when started doing it and quite enjoying it. It was only for the school holidays, so he wasn't going to be able to pick it up. But anyway, almost there already. And anyway, on the first session, of course, what they've taught us is basic throw, basic land. And I thought this was the bee's knees. I thought it was so cool. Anyway, get around to my mate's place. And of course, being a kid, I'm hellfire keen to show him. And yeah, give it a go. It's great. And of course, there's no mats. My mate's got no idea how to land. And I've done the throw, and I've hurt him quite unintentionally. He's landed badly. He's in a bit of discomfort, and we were both quite young. So, and he was certainly young enough to be any discomfort was bad. Was a horrifying experience, and he's yelped and run to where I know his dad is, which is like the next room. And I stuck my head sheepishly round the corner. And his dad said something to me that stuck with me pretty heavily. Don't do that which you cannot undo.
Mm.
And I've just gone, yes. Now, I'm very close now to getting this where it needs to be. Now, I've got a couple of, I could trim the end and mounts off, but I don't really want to do that because I think they look good. I don't think they're going to be handy, but I do think they look good. But then I've also got maybe not. I wonder. No, I can't. I was seeing if I was going to slide that underneath these. If you see what I'm trying to, like into that way. But the mounts on the front get in the way, unfortunately. Oh, wait a minute. Ha ha! Hello.
You struck oil.
I did. Now, the only other question I have. Because that's got to go there.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you
so
for those other chapters, by the way. We're going to get busy and finish reading that because
oh, cool.
I'm really excited to see how the rest plays out.
Oh, glad. Well, you'll find out in due course, good sir. Okay, so how this is going to happen is I'll get this in. Once this is in, I'll just do what I did before. Then that's going to go on top. And I'll even show you why. Because once I get that in, come on.
So the engine bay part, you got to have both pieces, right?
Yeah, you do. Or do I?
Dum dum dum.
Now first, oh, you bitch of a thing. Come here, you. I do if I do it the way the Volvo kit. I wonder if it's oh, hello. There's that easy.
Okay.
Right now, if I don't, oh no, I need to get that further forward. I think because I need that to be up about there. Now, let me just check something for a moment. In fact, I might be well served. I will be well served, in fact, to not do so. The reason is otherwise that's going to sit too high. I'll show you. With that sitting as it is, and in fact, let me just check something else. Yeah, that is so good, guys. Okay, so we're here. If I put that on and the radiator goes to there, the fan belt's not going to be in the right position. Actually, I'll give you a bit more of a zoom in so you can see a bit more as to what I'm on about here. There we go. You can see that's going to be sitting too high to get the fan belt transition into there, the little mechanism in. On the other hand, if I take that out.
So you might need to cut that out a little bit further then, huh?
Well, no, I don't reckon I do, and I'll show you why. Now, on the assumption that we're here, we'll roll with that. Now, what we have between there and there is, give me a moment. Oh,
Well, I must say the engine's sitting in there rather nicely.
It's doing real good. Very
Yeah.
happy with that. This being a fan belt mechanism. So that if that sits there, that's into there.
You reckon you need to snip that out and test fit it?
Well, what I'd do, okay, let's see how far this goes. Let's make a mark. Who would have thought, eh?
A mark. Make a mark.
Let's make a mark.
How dare you?
I know. What an outrageous maneuver. Right. Now, that's as far as the engine goes out. I've marked out. And we then get this, which goes no further. Now, part of the problem is that that's at an angle. There. There's a slight angle. It's not flat. That of its own shouldn't be that big an issue, though. If I glue that to the back, boom.
Okay.
Now, the question I need to think about is, how deep does this go? How deep does it go? Does it go? Oh dear. We'll stop
Well,
right. Now, there's a few bits that need to go on as well that will help with this. Something that would be wise to do at this juncture would be to have a quick look at some parts of the engine assembly. Because I reckon, now, now, rubbing. No, that's not going to go out any further than there. Right. Yeah, we are going to need to take it further forward because this does not extend it. It doesn't even take it too far forward at all overall.
now, do you have a water pump cover that goes on the front of the engine and then the fan belt pulleys? Or is it just the fan belt pulleys go directly to the front of the engine?
We have one of these. So I'd say that's.
I'm pointing to the screen like I can put my finger in there on your paper.
There?
Yeah, that's your alternator. What's right below it?
That's the water pump
piece,
fan.
All right, the piece that's behind your pulleys.
That's
a fan.
That's a fan.
All right, behind the pulleys, the other piece.
That.
Right there. To your left. Yeah, that one right there. What is that?
These are the fan belt mechanisms that are these ones.
Yep.
And they go, I'll get the engine out, roughly there. Now, they don't extend the engine very much at all in the bigger scheme of things, as you can see. So, I would suggest looking at that.
I'll see, like on this engine right here, there's on the fan pulleys.
Oh, yeah.
Fan your pulleys, and then there's a piece that goes adjacent to your engine block.
Yeah.
That your pulleys hook onto. I didn't know if you already had that.
No. Now we have a slight conundrum, kids. Because now, if I get that back into position, come here, you. Now, oh, you see, hang on. Ooh, maybe.
The plot thickens.
If I can get that, yeah, right. Okay. I do need to do a bit more filing. And if I do, get out. Oh, God, now it's jammed. Then I can, what I could probably do is actually get the bottom of this onto that.
Yep.
That's real well. Now, I think it's a question of a bit more filing. I don't think it's necessarily that much filing, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a whole lot.
And the other thing is I want to keep it fairly intact because of this little part here that's very obviously meant to be there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's got to stay.
Let's see if we can get the engine in fairly cleanly. We're off to a flying start, I would suggest. All right. Now, ultimately, I think I'm just going to see if I can almost really close. I'm going to have to see if I can get it in from this angle, I think. That's what I think. I could be wrong. We'll see. I don't think I am, because I think ultimately what will happen is that I might need to do some more
finagling.
Various little bits of jiggery pokery. Jiggery pokery is what may need to happen.
Pokery, the jiggery.
That's the one. But all right, if we get the engine to fit, just
I'm
drop
going
on
jiggery and pokery it until I tear something up.
in. What I'm trying to do is, can I? Nah, just more. Now let me just something I need to consider. Right, so I don't need to do there. I just need to do, and in fact,
So do they make car model kits that have where the doors open up on them?
I don't know. You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because this Mustang, it's got a trunk and a hood. So you think it would they'd make them with the doors can open on them. Now there is one YouTuber guy I watch her once in a while, and he makes his own door hinges and cuts his doors out and makes the door panels. And
you got to wonder why they don't. You wouldn't have thought it was that hard.
I know, right? Like I got some of them that's got hinges on the back door, like my old 39 delivery Kentucky truck.
Yeah.
How cool would that be to have one with the doors open?
Well, here's one that I found really curious. I do have a 1:48 Staghound that I got started on and didn't finish, like so many kits I have. And anyway, when it had the ability to have all the doors open. Oh, hey Ronald, how are you doing? Which is great, except the what I might do is except that on the inside of said Staghound was absolutely nothing.
Huh.
So what was the point?
True.
Yeah. And what I ended up doing was I actually have given it its own engine and stuff. So it'd probably be worth revisiting that at some stage.
Right.
Now, okay, I've got to take off a good mill on one side, and not much on the other. Or, yeah, that's no. Here's the problem. I'll show you what the issue is. I can get it in as it is. However, the inherent issue. Oh no, hang on. is that, yeah, there we go, is that it's actually going to be sitting too high for the, if I sit it evenly, look how high it is.
Uh-huh.
So, throbbing. Maybe this does have to go after all.
You think so? Well, maybe you can trim it out enough where it still looks like it's supposed to, just to make enough room.
That's what I'm thinking. Because it's not much that I need to. Let's work this out, shall we? Okay, how much does it need to go in? It needs to go, okay, no, it needs to go right the way across to the front of, it's not that bad. Okay, here we go. I might have a cunning plan, kids. And you know what?
How do you get a drop cord?
I've got it sorted as a plan anyway. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, okay. I'll be right back.
Yep, no worries. I know that's because it's down at an angle. It wouldn't look right. All right, so that, I'll take that to there though. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. All right, got a plan. Just let me check the diameter I'll require. There we go. All right. And that'll actually help that sit. Okay, we're doing that. Here's what the plan is, guys.
Honey, get the one beside the bed.
Now, I didn't want to cut any of this out. In the final analysis, between there and to where that diagonal bit goes up, because there's still all of that, between those 3 bars, I need to cut out. This will do. And then the idea is, and I'll show you, you can see how that matches pretty much the width of the, it's a bit blurry, come here. Pretty much matches the width of the sump. We then put that sufficiently far forward that will sit there.
Yep.
And that will sit there, but obviously be able to drop down, giving us the space for the fan and everything else. But we only need to keep that low enough and level enough, because if you notice here, at the moment, that's just preventing that. But when that drops down, and hopefully gets wedged a little bit as well, we may have the situation under control.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah.
Yep, it'd be looking like that.
You're going shop. That Ronald McDonald's going shopping, and I don't get too excited about Christmas. Actually, that's not true. I've got lots of baking done. I like distributing my baking at Christmas. Now, to get this done, I reckon I have the very tool for the job. Here we go.
Yeah, we do a lot of our Christmas shopping online.
You can make it very easy.
Yep.
We
always start late. We're a bunch of idiots. We always say we're going to do better this year. We don't.
because I don't have a family gathering to go to at Christmas, so I don't have to worry about that. But when I did, I was very adept at. Oh, come on. No, this is not soaring as nicely as I'd hoped it would. Come on now. Might want to get one of the slider ones out, perhaps. What I'd do is I'd know exactly what I wanted to get people, pretty much roughly, give or take, and I would go into the there we go, stores, usually on Christmas Eve, and I'd have a pretty clear idea in my mind of what I was getting, and I could get it all done in about I think my record was 30 minutes.
As a man knowing what he wanted to go get.
Yep. Aha. Now.
Well, I'll live stream you Christmas morning. You can spend Christmas Day with us.
Well, I was going to be actually. There's something I was going to discuss with everyone. Is I'm thinking of doing a few holiday season streams. I was even considering doing a New Year's Eve stream and actually seeing the New Year in.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Because I don't know if people aren't going out, well, you know.
No, we don't. Nope. We sit right here and watch TV and
well, that's an option. That's an option then.
Yeah, because we normally go to bed an hour, 2 hours before the damn ball drops for the year turns in. And we tell each other, Happy New Year.
That's generally the way I roll, yeah.
Yep.
Now, what I'm going to do next is get a bit of scalpel action on this, I reckon.
Scalp you.
We're almost through to where we need to be. Ronald's got to go.
Uh-oh. See you, Ronald.
See ya. But yeah, till
you till we meet again.
Now we're starting to get places with it. Now, sprue cutters, perhaps, to really start taking care of this.
I've got to get me another pair of sprue cutters.
They're great.
They mine all up. Got teepees on down there. Not supposed to have teepees.
There we are. Ha ha!
Eureka!
A little bit of filing, and we are good to go, I reckon. I'll put this scalpel away before I cut myself. That would be disadvantageous.
Yeah, we don't want to see blood squirting around the room.
It gets kind of messy.
A little bit.
It's I remember seeing this I can't remember how me and my mate stumbled on it. It was basically a picture of somebody who had been hit by a bull shark.
Oh.
Yeah, and excuse me a moment, just need to move around a bit. And anyway, as we're looking at the picture, and my mate was a nurse, and we've looked at it and gone, that person's already dead. And we knew that because we couldn't see any blood. They were missing a hamstring. And you got to be saying, if there's no blood coming out, they've already bled out.
Got to laugh out of Bassman on that one.
Hey, I'm just telling it how it is. If they haven't got any blood coming out, they got problems.
She watches all that morbid shit at night anyway. When she
I
goes to
know
sleep.
there's a guy named Rodney Fox. Actually, I think he's dead now, but he survived a great white shark attack. And the story runs that he was, in the time that it took between the attack and getting him to the nearest hospital, which at that point in time was some little distance away, like we're talking 50, probably 35 to 40 miles away.
Absolutely.
And there's no chopper, of course. This is straight off roads. If they'd been 5 minutes later, his veins would have collapsed through loss of blood.
Damn.
I believe he received some ridiculous amount of stitches, but the most amount of stitches that anyone's ever received and survived.
Yeah, there was a little boy in Florida a couple of months ago. Got his arm or part of his leg bitten off.
Ouch.
Yeah. There you go. He survived, of course. But
yeah, still pretty savage, man.
man, I couldn't even imagine.
Now. Now look at this, kids. I reckon we are home and hosed.
Yeah.
Look at
Are
that.
you in like Flynn?
Errol Flynn would do well to be in like me. Look at that shit.
Look at there, man. That would be looking nice.
That's sitting just how it should. Or I can make it sit just how it should.
That's why you are Rob the Builder.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We can build it. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
I can build it
Now.
with my hands.
Yeah, that's all going to come together. The only concern I might have, and we can probably take steps to correct that if necessary. This needs to go. Oh no, that's easy. Can fix, can work around. We'll work around. Long and the short of it, it runs the risk of getting in the way of the axles. No, this is not a problem. This is a feature. Because that's the axle part there. There's little bits that go on. Or I can probably just snip, splatch. Hold them in position, problem solved. That's my thoughts on it. And then that would go to there. The engine would be low slung, but I don't fucking care because I'm not actually driving it. And I might still be able to get away with it. We'll see how the height goes. Now, something that might also be worth checking out while we're here is wer ist looking here we are. Now,
Ow.
right.
I don't think that's
Okay.
my finger. Shit.
Now there's a bit of a poser.
Oh. I was
I'm going to
pressing down on it. Shit.
now.
Boy, talking about seeing blood, we almost saw it. I stuck part of it.
Oh, really?
My damn finger.
Now, this is not quite going to reach the engine. By the looks. which is a little bit inconvenient.
You know a job I couldn't have?
What's that?
Mortician.
I could do it.
God bless.
It would be a weird job. I believe there's good money in it.
Nobody wants to
Yeah, no one wants to do it. Hey, there was actually this funeral home. I can't remember what state or county it was in, but they started smelling some really bad odors.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and they had not been embalming and taking care of the people's family members. They've been putting
Oh
them in.
dear.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's awful.
Oh, could you imagine?
Yeah, it's a bit
Think of grandma in there, but
oof. Now, here's a conundrum that we're going to have to consider. This isn't reaching, well, the drive shaft isn't as long as I need it to be once this is in.
Hey, wait a minute.
Now, that's
Yeah.
the Mustang drive shaft I've got there. I could potentially use the Volvo one, you would think. Let's see how that goes for length. As the bishop said to the choir.
You got the axle in there? I know that's a stupid question.
That's on here in one piece.
Oh, okay, it's one piece. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at. Now, where is these? This is going to require a bit of jiggery pokery, but we'll work that out. Now, where is the? I might be over there. Hang on. Up. Oh, come here, you. No, not there. It's around here somewhere. Where is the drive shaft? Here's the drive shaft. All right. I think that's the drive shaft. Also not going to be... I think there's a different setup though. Okay, that goes to there. And then we have the rear wheel, which is that on here as well? Somewhere else perhaps? Well, okay. Let's have a look at the assembly sheets, heaven forbid. After all, why would you do that?
Yeah, we're men. We don't need instructions. We don't need directions.
Damn right.
See, I'm not the only one.
Now, here we are. Right. Yeah, okay, so their drive shaft goes there and then onto that. So, let's see. A9, I believe, is the part. Hang on, let's just... Robin. Oh, it's A9's there. A7. All right, and then A9. All right. Aha, I see. Okay, this is...
drive me to drinking.
Pardon?
Those bumpers going to drive me to drinking.
Now that would go to there. If you use just the standard Volvo setup, would the drive shaft be long enough is the next salient point, being from roughly, Yes, we can do it that way. Now, which
Well,
then means
you could take the two drive shafts, snip them in half to the length that you need,
I have
and
toyed with that idea as well.
yeah, and once you glue it, you could take your little drill thing and drill a hole in each end and put a little small wire in it to make sure it stays connected, which I don't think that would be necessary.
I don't think it would be necessary either.
But once you paint it, you're never going to see where you snipped it at.
No, you wouldn't. Now, let's have a look at this again for a brief, because it doesn't fall that far short. As you can see. It's only a little distance it's got to make up.
Okay.
You know, I have a cunning plan, good sir, based partly on your suggestion.
Yes.
Now we slide that up to its. That's where it's going to. Okay, there. So that goes to there. This will provide us with the visual cover we require.
Aha. You can cut it
You
right
see
there
where-
where you're doing that.
You can see where this is going fast, can't you?
Yes, sir. Play hide and go
So-
seek with that.
Bring. Now, the only other question I need to consider here. And I might need to slice up there for the exhaust manifolds to come down. In fact, I would suggest I will need to. So that's okay. What I might do, let me have a quick, okay, there's a plan. All right, I'll show you what I'm probably getting to the point where I should consider winding up for today, but I've made some really good strategy.
Yes, you have.
And I'm really pleased with the progress I've actually made today.
And that cross member will work great for hiding that drive shaft splice.
It will work a treat. Okay, now, what you'll also notice, and I've just discovered this, but this is going to come together really nicely, all part of the plan, is this. If we look in here, what you'll find is that's where the exhaust manifolds are.
Yep.
This is going to get in the way of all of the exhaust manifolds, obviously. But I also like the way that extends out and helps lock that into position.
Yep.
So what I'm going to try and do, no use of that wonderful adjective, is actually slice right there on both sides.
Do or do not, or there is no try.
Bingo. I think I told you I actually used that one on my 30 pieces of
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So I'll flick you that one as well for good measure. You'll get some chortles out of it, I'm sure.
Oh, that's a good fit, right?
But yeah.
Yeah, that's a good fit.
Yes. If I then trim that out, oh shit. Ultimately, that will expose the exhaust manifolds, enable our engine to sit nicely. You'll get the I'll just use a little bit from I can go about it one of two ways. I would probably use just a little bit from the Volvo.
Yeah, you had to cut an extension out.
Boom. Just a small amount. And then that should all be good in the hood.
Yep. And that wide cross member is going to work nice to hide where you cut the drive shaft at.
Absolutely, it will.
Yep.
And all of that will come together quite happily, I think.
Yeah, it's coming together nicely.
And then once yeah.
You are putting a Ford engine in a Volvo, so.
that's a bit of a trick. And I'm also putting the Ford suspension and wheels and yeah. But it's
So
going
you are
good.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, look, mate. When it comes to the kits, yeah. I'm just yeah. I'll do whatever. As the bishop said to the choir boy, I'm a bad man. A bad man. Alrighty, I'll give you a quick bit of solo time so you can show what you've been working on.
All right.
There you go.
I got me 4 weeks.
Oh,
Well,
whoops.
one rolled away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They're going to turn out real nice. And I got the Mustang emblem
swish.
painted, the grill on
Very
it.
nice, mate.
Yeah. That bumper was a bitch.
Nice.
Got the glass in it, front and back.
That's swish.
And I'm working on the exhaust now. Got it
Oh,
glued
nice one.
and drying. So that's what I've
Nice.
done today.
Nice one. Alrighty. Let us double layout and I'll zoom out. Alrighty. Well, that's us done for today. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
First time viewers, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. It's a very simple equation now. Other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch. And what do you think I'm about to say, people? Can you guess? I think you can. Follow, like, or subscribe. Now, we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't be around for so long because I have swimming tomorrow at 10, but I will be on for probably a good solid hour and a half, I reckon.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. I'll be doing my best not to drown. But ultimately I will be back on tomorrow. So indeed, we'll be back on tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. We'll catch you good people then. See you later.